My name is Luka.
Today, we're diving into the songs that made the 1980s unforgettable, but not always for the reasons you'd expect. When most people think of the decade, they picture colorful fashion, catchy synths, and music that felt fun and carefree. But underneath that bright surface was something much heavier. Some songs carried themes of war, fear, abuse, and emotional struggle that hit far deeper than their melodies suggested. And the surprising part is, kids were hearing these songs everywhere, from radios to school dances. So here's the question. Which of these songs left the deepest emotional mark on an entire generation? Number 1. Jeremy by Pearl Jam. This song told a story that felt disturbingly real, and that's because it was rooted in an actual event. It followed a troubled student dealing with isolation, bullying, and a lack of support. Slowly building toward a moment that felt impossible to ignore. The storytelling was vivid and uncomfortable, making it feel less like a performance and more like witnessing something deeply personal unfold in real time. For many young listeners, this was their first exposure to the idea that someone their age could be suffering in silence while everything appeared normal on the surface. It forced kids to look at their own classrooms differently, questioning who might be struggling without anyone noticing. The emotional weight of the song did not fade after it ended. It lingered. Creating a lasting sense of unease that followed listeners long after the music stopped. It became more than just a song. It became a reminder that some of the most serious struggles are the ones no one talks about. And if that emotional weight felt overwhelming, the next song takes fear into an even more terrifying and physical direction.
Back in the room, it's much too real.
Number 2. One by Metallica.
Oh, please, God, wake me.
Like a piece of meat.
This track begins in a calm and almost peaceful way, drawing listeners into a reflective state that feels safe at first. But as the song unfolds, it transforms into something chaotic and deeply unsettling.
It's like a wartime novelty, tied to machines and me.
It tells the story of a soldier who survives a devastating injury but is left completely trapped inside his own body, aware of everything but unable to move, speak, or communicate in any way.
But can't look forward to reveal. Look to the time when
That concept alone was terrifying, especially for younger listeners who had never considered such a possibility. The idea of being conscious yet completely powerless tapped into a deep and unsettling fear that was difficult to put into words.
I read this, I wish for death. Oh, please, God.
As the music builds in intensity, it mirrors the internal panic of the character, making the experience feel overwhelming and inescapable. It stripped away any illusion of war being heroic and replaced it with something far more disturbing. This was not about glory or bravery. It was about being trapped in a nightmare with no way out. From physical confinement and fear, we move into emotional damage that is much harder to recognize but just as powerful. Number 3. Tears Are Not Enough by ABC. At first listen, this song sounded smooth, stylish, and perfectly aligned with the polished sound of the decade. It blended seamlessly with other tracks that dominated the airwaves at the time. But beneath that glossy production was a darker message about emotional manipulation and heartbreak that many young listeners were not prepared to fully understand. It explored the idea that love could become toxic, slowly wearing someone down without obvious signs. For teenagers just beginning to experience relationships, this introduced a new kind of fear. It was not about visible danger, but about realizing that trust could be broken in subtle ways over time. That idea stayed with listeners long after the music faded. It gave shape to confusing emotions and revealed that not all pain is visible. That realization made the song quietly unsettling in a way that lingered. But not all unsettling songs relied on relationships. Some created fear purely through atmosphere, tension, and mystery. Number 4. In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. This song created a sense of tension from the very beginning. The slow and minimal build-up made listeners feel like something important was about to happen, even if they could not explain what that was. The silence between sounds added to the suspense, making every moment feel stretched and uncertain until that unforgettable shift in energy arrived. What made it even more unsettling was the story that spread among kids about its meaning. The urban legend gave the song a darker context, turning it into something mysterious and almost haunting. Whether the story was true did not matter. It changed how people experienced the track. It felt like there was something hidden beneath the surface, waiting to be revealed. That sense of suspense and anticipation made it unforgettable and slightly terrifying for younger listeners. Are you enjoying this video? If you are, please hit the like button. I'd sincerely appreciate it. And from mystery and suspense, we shift into something colder, quieter, and emotionally distant. Number 5. Love Will Tear Us Apart by Joy Division. This song carried a feeling of emotional emptiness that made it stand out immediately. The delivery was distant and detached, as if the emotion had already faded away before the song even began. That made it more unsettling than a typical sad song because it felt numb rather than expressive. For young listeners, it introduced a deeper kind of emotional pain that went beyond simple heartbreak. It was about the slow breakdown of something meaningful and the realization that not everything can be fixed no matter how much you want it to be. The repetitive structure added to the feeling of being stuck in that moment with no clear way forward. Knowing the story behind the singer added even more weight. It felt less like a performance and more like a glimpse into someone's internal struggle that you were not supposed to witness. But while that pain was internal, the next song revealed something much more hidden and difficult to confront directly.
I live upstairs from you. Yes, I think you're
Number 6. Luka by Suzanne Vega.
My name is Luka. I live
At first, this song sounded gentle and easy to listen to, almost comforting in its simplicity. But as the lyrics became clear, it revealed something much darker beneath the surface.
You hear something late at night, some kind of trouble.
It told the story of a child quietly living with abuse and asking others not to interfere or ask questions about what was happening. For many kids, this was the first time they had encountered such a topic in music. The calm delivery made it even more disturbing because it reflected how these situations often remain hidden in real life.
Just don't ask me what it was. Just don't ask.
It made listeners realize that serious problems could exist behind ordinary walls in everyday lives. That realization was difficult to process at a young age. The song did not exaggerate anything. It simply presented the truth,
I think it's 'cause I'm clumsy. I try not to talk to
and that made it even more powerful and unforgettable. From hidden pain at home, we move into struggles that feel just as real but unfold in everyday life situations. Thought-provoking. Number 8. Dear God by XTC. This song stood out because it openly questioned beliefs that many people had grown up accepting without question. It explored themes of faith, suffering, and doubt in a way that felt direct, honest, and deeply personal rather than symbolic or distant. For young listeners, hearing those ideas expressed so clearly could be shocking. It introduced questions that they may not have been ready to confront at that stage in their lives. The song did not provide easy answers, which made it even more impactful. It encouraged reflection and often led to uncomfortable conversations at home or with friends. That alone made it unforgettable. It was not just about challenging belief systems. It was about exploring uncertainty in a way that felt real, relatable, and impossible to ignore. From questioning belief, we move into a song that sounded calm but carried a deeper and more unsettling message underneath. Number 9. Everybody Wants to Rule the World by Tears for Fears. This song had a smooth and inviting sound that made it instantly appealing and easy to enjoy. But beneath that calm surface was a message about power, control, and the darker side of ambition. It reflected a world shaped by tension, competition, and uncertainty that many listeners did not fully understand at the time. For kids growing up during that era, the message resonated in subtle ways. It suggested that the systems around them were more fragile than they appeared. The contrast between the relaxing melody and serious themes created a strange emotional effect. It made listeners feel uneasy without always understanding why. That hidden depth made the song stand out and linger long after it ended, giving it a lasting impact that went beyond its sound. Do you think this song feels darker than it sounds? Comment yes, if you agree. And finally, we end with a song that sounded the most innocent but carried one of the darkest messages of all. Number 10. 99 Luftballons by Nena. This song sounded bright, energetic, and easy to enjoy at first listen, making it feel like just another fun track from the decade. But once you understood the meaning behind the lyrics, it became something entirely different. It told a story about how something harmless could trigger a chain reaction leading to destruction on a massive scale. During a time of global tension, that idea felt especially unsettling. It suggested that disaster could come from something small and unexpected, which made it even more frightening. The contrast between the upbeat sound and serious message made it incredibly memorable. It stayed in your mind while leaving a lingering sense of discomfort. That combination made it one of the most impactful songs of its time and a powerful way to close this list. These songs were more than just hits on the radio. They were experiences that shaped how an entire generation understood the world around them. They introduced heavy themes in ways that were impossible to ignore, even for young listeners. And whether we realized it at the time or not, they stayed with us. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these songs affected you the most, or is there one we missed? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this countdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more retro remix deep dives into the music that defined our past.